The pandemic changed everything. It altered our daily routines, our priorities, and even our perspectives on what truly matters in life. Suddenly, the hustle and bustle of our pre-pandemic lives seemed less important, and we found ourselves yearning for simplicity and connection. It made us look at life differently. We began to appreciate the small things, like the warmth of the sun on our faces or the sound of birds singing in the morning. We realized the importance of mental well-being and the need to find peace in the chaos. Like many, I felt a pull towards self-sufficiency. The idea of growing my own food became more than just a hobby. It became a necessity. I wanted to ensure that my family had access to fresh, healthy produce, no matter what happened in the world. I craved a connection with nature. There was something incredibly grounding about feeling the soil between my fingers and watching tiny seeds sprout into thriving plants. It was a reminder of the resilience of life and the beauty of growth. That's how my gardening journey began. With a few tools and a lot of determination, I set out to transform my backyard into a sanctuary of green. It wasn't just about the end result, it was about the process, the learning, and the joy of nurturing something from scratch. I decided to turn a patch of land into a source of fresh, homegrown food. It was a small step, but it felt monumental. Each day I spent hours preparing the soil, planting seeds, and tending to my growing garden. Before, my garden was purely ornamental. It was a place of beauty, filled with flowers and decorative plants that brought color and life to my home. I had a few roses and some lavender. They were lovely, but they didn't provide the sustenance I was now seeking. However, I wanted something more. I envisioned a garden that was not only beautiful, but also bountiful. A place where I could harvest fresh vegetables and herbs straight from the earth. I dreamt of harvesting my own vegetables. The thought of picking a ripe tomato or a crisp cucumber still warm from the sun filled me with excitement and anticipation. Imagine picking a ripe tomato still warm from the sun. The flavor would be incredible, unlike anything from a supermarket. It would be a taste of pure, unadulterated nature. The flavor would be incredible, unlike anything from a supermarket. Each bite would be a reminder of the hard work and care that went into growing it. It was an exciting prospect. The idea of being able to provide for myself and my family in such a fundamental way was both empowering and fulfilling. I was determined to make it happen. I spent countless hours researching, planning, and working in the garden. Each day brought new challenges and new rewards. This wasn't just about food, though. It was about creating a space where I could find peace and solace, a place where I could escape the stresses of the world and reconnect with myself. It was about resilience, about taking control of my own destiny. In a world that felt increasingly uncertain, my garden became a symbol of stability and hope. It was about reconnecting with the natural world. Each day in the garden was a reminder of the beauty and simplicity of life. The pandemic had shown just how fragile our systems were. Empty supermarket shelves and disrupted supply chains made it clear that we couldn't always rely on external sources for our basic needs. I wanted to create something more sustainable for myself and my family. A garden that could provide not just food, but also a sense of security and independence. This garden was a step towards that. It was a small but significant move towards a more self-sufficient and resilient way of living. It was a symbol of hope and renewal. Each new sprout, each blooming flower was a testament to the power of growth and the promise of a better future. It was a chance to learn new skills and reconnect with the earth. Gardening taught me patience, perseverance, and the joy of nurturing life. Most importantly, it was a chance to grow something beautiful and delicious. A garden that not only fed the body, but also nourished the soul. My garden is small, about 10 square meters. It's south-facing, which is ideal for maximizing sunlight. However, there were challenges. The soil was heavy clay, prone to waterlogging. This wasn't ideal for growing vegetables, which need well-drained soil. The weather was another factor. I live in an area with unpredictable weather patterns. We can have late frosts in spring and early frosts in autumn. This shortens the growing season. It also makes it difficult to plan and protect crops. Despite these challenges, I was determined. I knew that with careful planning and hard work, I could transform this space into a productive garden. I had much to learn, but I was eager to get started. The first step was preparing the soil. This is a crucial stage in gardening, as the quality of the soil directly impacts the health and growth of the plants. Clay soil is notorious for its poor drainage. It tends to hold water, which can lead to root rot and other issues for plants. It can become easily compacted, making it difficult for roots to grow. This compaction restricts the movement of air and water, essential elements for plant health. To improve the soil structure, I decided to build raised beds. Raised beds offer better drainage and root development, which is ideal for a variety of plants. I started by clearing the area. This involved removing any debris, rocks, and unwanted vegetation to create a clean slate. I removed the existing grass and weeds. This step is essential to prevent any unwanted plants from competing with the new ones for nutrients and space. Then, I marked out the dimensions of my raised beds. Accurate measurements ensure that the beds are uniform and aesthetically pleasing. I decided on 3 beds, each about 1 meter wide and 2 meters long. This size is manageable and allows for easy access to all plants. Next, I constructed the beds using reclaimed timber. Reclaimed timber is not only durable but also adds a rustic charm to the garden. This was a cost-effective and environmentally friendly option. Using reclaimed materials reduces waste and is a sustainable choice for any garden project. I filled the beds with a mixture of topsoil, compost, and well-rotted manure. This combination provides a rich, nutrient-dense environment for plants to thrive. This created a fertile, free-draining growing medium. Good drainage is crucial to prevent waterlogging and to ensure that plant roots receive adequate oxygen. With the beds built and filled, my garden was finally ready for planting. The hard work of preparation paid off, setting the stage for a bountiful and beautiful garden. Choosing what to grow was exciting. I decided to focus on easy-to-grow vegetables. These included lettuce, spinach, radishes, carrots, and beans. I also planted some herbs like basil, parsley, and chives. I started most of my vegetables from seed. This is more economical than buying seedlings. It also gives you a wider variety of choices. I sowed the seeds in seed trays filled with seed starting mix. I kept the trays indoors on a sunny windowsill. Once the seedlings were large enough, I hardened them off. This means gradually acclimating them to outdoor conditions. Finally, I transplanted the seedlings into the raised beds. Feeding the soil, feeding the soul, the importance of soil health. Healthy soil is crucial for healthy plants. Throughout the growing season, I focused on improving the soil structure and fertility. I added compost regularly. This helped to improve drainage and provide essential nutrients. I also used organic fertilizers like seaweed extract and worm castings. These provided a slow-release source of nutrients. They also helped to encourage beneficial microbial activity in the soil. To further enhance soil health, I practiced crop rotation. This involves planting different crops in the same bed each year. It helps to prevent the buildup of pests and diseases. It also ensures that the soil doesn't become depleted of specific nutrients. Triumphs and tribulations, a season of growth and challenges. This season has been a roller coaster of emotions, filled with moments of joy and frustration. Gardening is a journey of learning and adaptation. Each day brings new lessons, whether it's understanding the needs of different plants or discovering new techniques to improve growth. The growing season was filled with both triumphs and tribulations. Some plants thrived while others struggled to survive, teaching me the delicate balance of nature. There were times when I felt like a magician, coaxing life from the earth. Planting seeds and watching them sprout into healthy seedlings was nothing short of magical. Seeing the first seedlings emerge was always a thrill. It was a testament to the hard work and care I had put into preparing the soil and planting the seeds. Watching my plants grow taller and stronger each day filled me with a sense of pride and accomplishment. It was a daily reminder of the rewards of patience and dedication. However, there were also challenges. Not every day was filled with success. Some days were marked by setbacks and difficulties. Pests, like slugs and snails, were a constant threat. They seemed to appear out of nowhere, ready to feast on my hard work. I used a combination of organic pest control methods. It was important to me to maintain a natural balance in the garden, avoiding harmful chemicals. These included beer traps, copper tape, and hand picking. Each method had its own effectiveness, and together they helped keep the pests at bay. I also had to deal with powdery mildew on my courgette plants. This fungal disease spread quickly, threatening to ruin my crop. I treated it with a baking soda spray. This natural remedy helped to control the mildew and protect my plants. Despite these setbacks, I learned valuable lessons. Each challenge was an opportunity to grow and improve my gardening skills. I learned the importance of observation. By closely monitoring my plants, I could catch problems early and take action before they became serious. I learned to identify pests and diseases early on. This proactive approach saved many plants from potential damage. I also learned the importance of patience and perseverance. Gardening is not just about immediate results. It's about nurturing and caring for life over time. The end of the season brought a sense of fulfillment, knowing that I had faced and overcome numerous challenges. Bounty from the earth. Harvesting the fruits and vegetables of my labor. As the season progressed, I was rewarded with a bountiful harvest. I harvested fresh, crisp lettuce and spinach for salads. I enjoyed the sweet, crunchy snap of homegrown radishes. I also harvested baskets full of carrots, beans, and zucchini. The flavors were incredible. The vegetables tasted so much fresher and more flavorful than anything I could buy from the supermarket. Knowing that I had grown this food myself made it even more satisfying. I shared my harvest with family and friends. They were all impressed by the quality and flavor of my homegrown produce. It was a joy to share the fruits of my labor with others. A question of value, comparing garden fresh to supermarket buys. Growing your own food is undoubtedly more labor-intensive than buying it from a supermarket. However, the rewards go far beyond the purely financial. Yes, I saved money on my grocery bills. However, the real value was in the experience. There's a sense of accomplishment that comes from growing your own food. It's a connection to nature that's hard to find elsewhere. Moreover, the quality of homegrown produce is unmatched. The flavor, freshness, and nutritional value are far superior to supermarket-bought vegetables. Lessons learned, joys discovered, reflections on a year of growth. My first year of vegetable gardening was a journey of discovery. I learned so much about plants, soil, and the interconnectedness of nature. I learned that gardening is a process of constant learning and adaptation. It's about observing, experimenting, and adjusting your approach as needed. Most importantly, I rediscovered the simple joy of growing things. There's something incredibly satisfying about nurturing life from seed to harvest. It's a reminder of our connection to the natural world. It's a source of peace, tranquility, and fulfillment. A garden's journey. Looking ahead to future seasons. My gardening journey has just begun. I'm already planning for next year. I want to experiment with new vegetables and growing techniques. I'm also considering building a greenhouse to extend my growing season. I'm excited to see what the future holds. I know that there will be challenges along the way. However, I'm confident that the rewards will be worth it. Growing my own food has enriched my life in countless ways. It's a journey that I'm committed to continuing.